Welcome to AmberEnergy Healer and Tarot. Today I'm bringing you a pick a card reading. I'm going to be showing you 3 different piles that you'll be picking from. What you're going to do is you're going to intuitively pick whichever pile you are most drawn to. There's no right or wrong answer, and if you would like to pick all 3 of them, go for it. If you'd like to watch them first and pick whichever one you feel resonates the most with you, then that is perfectly fine too. In order to go straight to the pile that you picked, what you're going to do is just scroll underneath this video, look at the more info box, and in the description it will have timestamps. Those timestamps, you just go ahead and click on the one that's with your pile and it'll take you straight there, so you don't have to watch anything else, okay? Please make sure to like and subscribe and share. I would very much appreciate it, and any support will help the channel. If you would like a pick a card, or if you would like a personal reading, or a certain topic, anything like that, then my contact info is in the description box also. Okay? So without further ado, pick your cards, and I will see you at your pile. Hi, pile 1. So your angel card. You know what, I'm actually going to read the angel card answer at the end of the reading, so maybe you'll be able to find your own answer in the process first. But this is your angel card, just so you know that I'm on the right pile. Alright, so let's see what's going on with you guys. Just on a side note real fast, I do want to remind everybody that this is a general collective reading. So if it does not seem to resonate, then it might not be your pile, and go ahead and check another one or check one of my other videos. If it does seem to resonate, please only take what actually applies to your situation. Don't try to make situations out of something that you didn't already think resonated with your life or with your situation, okay? With your question. All right. Okay, so it looks like you're being kind of indecisive about a necessary transition that you may be wanting to make or feeling like you need to make. The reason for this is you're really uncertain about the security in it. So you're kind of really clinging on tightly to your material stability, and also your probably your mental security as well. Clarifier. Oh, shoot. Okay, so it looks like you're in denial. You see somebody as a Prince Charming or a Princess Charming, depending on what your partner is, but they are showing up as a masculine. And you also see them as somebody that's like really nurturing. But the thing is, there's conflict that's happening, and there's also a break in your union. If you're the masculine in this situation, then I feel like you're in denial about your impact on the situation and how much of a role you really play. If you're the feminine in the situation, then I feel like you're in denial about this masculine that you're dealing with, and you're trying to make him into somebody that he's actually not ready to be yet. This could also be for some of you, not for very many of you, but for some of you, this could also be that you are actually with somebody who is trying to present themselves as a new person, as Prince Charming, and who is actually somebody worthy of being a really supportive person and a supportive leader. And you're in denial about those things. And you're being resistant, which is causing arguments and the break in the union because of some type of past mistrust that you may be holding. Okay, it looks like you have been betrayed in the past for sure. But this is a new start. You're supposed to be having a new start. And when I say a new start, I mean like it could be time to forgive. Or it could be time to move on, depending on which group you were in that first scenario. Gotcha. Okay, so there was somebody who was a pretty big jerk. That's going to be what caused that betrayal. But it's important for you to know that there is opportunity for a rebirth to happen. It could also be a Scorpio that you're dealing with. But it's time for a rebirth to happen, or it's possible at least if the desire is there. There just needs to be balance to be found. I feel like that person, that individual that caused that hurt, could have actually already rebirthed and be in the process of balancing themselves, so that they can soon become somebody that is actually strategic, somebody that's following their own truth, somebody that's going to be able to lead and really avoid any irrational conflicts or situations. So it's time for you to allow yourself to set down those cups of burden and those negative emotions, things like that, and pick up a cup of happiness, of love, and let him have the opportunity to try to fill it. If you are the masculine in the situation, then you were a jerk. You were. But the positive thing is that it looks like you could actually be in the energy that you are able and capable now, whereas you probably weren't before. But now it seems like you are capable of balancing yourself and rebirthing. With you in this situation, I feel it could be that you need to put down the extra baggage or desires and things like that of having options, or of, you know, any wandering eyes or wandering hands or wandering mental space or wandering thoughts, and really focus on supporting and strategize your actual connection with your partner. Because if you're in a commitment, then it's time to commit. Simple. And if you're not ready to commit, then you can find a new commitment, you know? There's no need to be misleading to yourself or to anybody else in anything that deals with relationships, because all that does is inflict extra damage that's unnecessary. What's the advice? Yeah, I'm going to grab a different deck for the advice. Okay, first, I'm actually getting a really clear message. The advice is to internally inspect yourself for your shadows. Discover your shadows, accept your shadows, process your shadows, and incorporate your shadows, and then find a strength from them. So I'm going to see what a cause of trauma could be for you. That is making it so that you're allowing any type of mistreatment to happen. Or you're allowing yourself to mistreat anybody, okay? Depending, again, if you're the masculine or the feminine. And also, just as another side note, when I refer to a masculine and feminine, everybody has masculine and feminine traits and aspects and polarizations of themselves. Naturally, usually people tend to be in their actual, gender for whichever one that they are most strongly displaying. However, that's not always the case, and there can very well be a male who is in his divine feminine side more, or his divine feminine energy, and there can also be females who are in their divine masculine energy more. Okay, so don't feel like just because I'm saying masculine or feminine that it has to be that gender. Okay, so again, whichever person you feel it most intuitively applies to, then put it to that person. Okay, so roles can be reversed here, and roles can also be flip-flopped depending on, Okay, so the cause of trauma for the person that caused the betrayal. Irritated, inferiority, discouraged, betrayal, past betrayal, and ashamed. Okay, and what about the cause of trauma for the person who feels affected by the other individual? The one that was betrayed. What shadows do they need to work on? What traumas? Sexually uncomfortable, possibly molested, or trigger warning, feeling hate or heartbreak. Being cheated on, or the perceived perception of being cheated on. Betrayal. Belittled or lectured or attacked. And abused. And feeling unheard. And interestingly enough, superiority. All right, so I'm going to say, you know, I'm going to pull a couple cards just to verify, but I'm probably going to be channeling this message for the advice. Okay. So the advice here. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to be saying. It's time to at least attempt trusting again. It looks like you guys, in your dynamic, you're stuck in a sick cycle of mistrust and then mistreating. But you're replaying past memories. You're replaying a movie in your head. It's not necessarily valid anymore to be so paranoid or cautious or fearful, and dimming your own light or dimming your partner's light because of the suspicions and fear and accusations. Okay? So it's time for you to at least attempt to let go of whatever it was that happened in the past, and let go of the memory of the person that you feel that you're upset with, because I can guarantee you the last time that they did anything to hurt you, or the last time you did anything to hurt them, they were a different person, point blank. Every individual changes on almost a daily basis. Like every new experience causes us to become a new person, basically, at least in that aspect of our life. And too often we keep ourselves and our partners and even our friends and family, we hold them like accountable for being that person that we very first met. Or if we're in a situation with them and it's a situation that resembles one from that we had gone through before, we automatically just assume and almost demand from the person that they act the same way, even though we may be saying for them to do something different. And it's a huge part of our shadow that we need to understand and deal with, and really accept the fact that when we hear things, when we see things, when we experience things, we're looking at them through a filter, basically. And it's whatever image we first felt the most impact from. And unfortunately for humans, the most impact is usually caused by the painful situation. So even though somebody could be amazingly perfect, if they ever did anything to hurt us, that's going to be what we are almost like constantly searching for them to be doing again, you know? So it makes it our reality, even when they don't intend to be. And when you're the person that's being accused, or when you're the person that did hurt the other one and you're dealing with their hurt, it's kind of defeating to constantly hear that you're the same person and not even at least be given the opportunity to try different. Not saying that the person's going to be able to succeed in that, but there's no way to know unless they're allowed to try. And if you feel like this is you're letting yourself get played, no, you're not, because it's not so much that you're believing that they are just going to snap their fingers and be a new person, because that would be impractical for anybody. Every action that we do, every behavior that we're breaking, every habit that we need to relearn is exactly that. It's a process of relearning. And so what I'm saying is not forget what they've done before, but accept that they did it and it's done. And if you're choosing to still interact with the person, then that's your choice. And if you are making that choice, then at least keep an open mind enough that you're not going to assume or accuse anything if there's not actual valid proof in front of your face. Okay? Now, if you are in a situation where you feel you are getting inflicted with too much damage to be able to do that with an open heart and an open mind, then excuse yourself from the situation and let that person heal separately so that you can heal also without getting more hurt. And if it's meant to be, then it's going to be, and you guys will find your way back together again, as long as the communication is solid in the process. Because I'm really seeing that that you can let go now of that past memory, and it's time for you to relearn the emperor that you have standing in front of you. And if you are that emperor, then it's time for you to look to the future as an emperor, not as a page, not as somebody who's going to keep messing around or goofing off or hurting the people that you love. It's time that you step into that divine father figure, that you can be that ultimate husband, that ruler of the kingdom, and really step up to the plate. Or, again, step down and allow your feminine, your empress, to remove herself if that's the more practical option for you at the time. And now, let's see what... Actually, let me pull one more card here. Because what I'm really, like, I feel like there's a lot of paranoia that could be happening here. And I feel like there's a lot of false accusations. Last advice card. Final advice card. Clarifier. One more clarifier. Or two. Okay, so Whoever's the divine masculine in this situation, whoever's the one that did the betrayal, it's really time for you to step forward. Stop blaming your feminine for her being cold-shouldered or for her having a grudge or resentment, and stop playing the victim, because it does appear like the person that was thinking with their brain and not with their emotions, the person who is a little bit more apathetic and not empathetic, that person is really, really, really misleading themselves. I feel like you got caught doing something and you're mad about it. And you just want to have a fair fight now. Like you just want to, you know, have it be done with. And you're on your way to a tower moment. But I feel like it's not necessarily, if you may actually have already even experienced that tower moment. And it was simply due to your recklessness, your carelessness, basically. But also, the divine feminine is not innocent here. The divine feminine, or the person who got hurt, you really, really, it's like the tower moment was already happening and you took a sledgehammer to help it come down. So I feel like you're purging your own life at this point to try to make anything better in the end, you know, because you know that there is hope. And that's exactly, the universe wants you to take your time. The universe wants you to process everything, interpret everything for what it actually is. Not what you think it is, but what it truly is, okay? And find out more about yourself. Find out why these things hurt you. And find out also why the person that you are allowing to get hurt by is so important that you will withstand that hurt. Or why you don't see yourself as important enough to correct the hurt, okay? And same goes for you, partner, or because I feel like maybe even both of you are watching this. All right, so let's see what your angel card said. So I want you to think over your situation, get whatever your main question is in your head ready. And all right, so all right, so your guys' angel card. Get more information. I can get it to focus. Nope. All right, well, get more information. So, for sure, you guys, you need to allow the truth to be what is heard and seen. And investigate whatever you feel you need to investigate. But as soon as you get that answer, leave it and move on. Grow from every experience. Don't let it burden you down as something that was damaged. Every bit of damage is a new spot that is stronger on you and within you. It's a new experience to experience. Thank your soul for allowing you to experience it, because that's what living really truly is. It's having a variety of things, good and bad, so that you know how to better bounce back when you experience them, and so you know when to bounce forward so that you can experience them. Okay? Communication, I feel, is important. And do a lot of research on your guys' shadows. Okay? I hope this was helpful. If you would like, again, if you would like a personal reading or just any clarity on it, I can do another video as well. So go ahead and get my info from the description box, send me a message. Make sure to put personal reading in the title line, and check out my other videos. And please, if you haven't yet, like and subscribe and share my videos or comment to let me know how it resonated, etc. All right, love and light. Bye. Hello there, pile 2. So, your angel card. It says, there's something better. I cannot get them to focus, but that's okay. There's something better. Okay, so you're holding on to something that's no longer suited for you. That's what I'm getting right off the top. Let's see what the cards say. It's almost, the feeling I'm getting is like you're selling yourself short. You're thinking that you're emotionally totally fulfilled and happy, but there's going to be some type of truth revealed to you. I do feel like this pile, you could actually get messages like prophetic dreams. Or you've been at least experiencing a lot of dreams that are pretty clear on the message that they are getting across. If this isn't something that you've experienced, if you're somebody that doesn't think that you dream, then before you go to bed, set the intention, like, I'm going to get clarity on my situation or on my life, and I'm going to remember this clarity that I received, okay? And then go to sleep, and it will definitely help it come through clear for you. Cool. All right, so there's an Empress here, or sorry about that. There's an Emperor here who is with a lot of you're lacking foresight, and you're experiencing setbacks because of this. You're in denial. If you're the divine feminine, if you would be the Empress and not the Emperor, then this could be about your partner or about a emperor that you know. So a father figure, a brother, a co-worker that's maybe got a higher status than you, a boss, even a friend, somebody that you respect as a friend, but they are currently, unfortunately, acting pretty immature or having like a nasty ego. And that's what's causing those setbacks and that lack of foresight. And the denial. I do feel like there could have been an error in judgment that also contributed to the setbacks. Okay, so what about the present day? Okay, this Emperor got caught doing something, or no. Okay, it looks like there's like somebody in the situation is really exercising some weak boundaries. They're running away from a problem. I feel like there's a necessary transition that could be needed. There is also some type of dishonesty or possible theft that could be an issue in the present day or in the soon-to-be present day. I feel like there could be a desire on the masculine's part to find a new love or a like I feel like it's almost like they're trying to manifest like a new love, or they are thinking about another individual. If that doesn't seem like it applies to your relationship, then please don't take that as your message. But some of you, it could be something that has to do with porn. It could be something with just wandering eyes around other people. It could also be an actual third party. But the person is like manifesting for it almost, or like the reason I was saying like porn or something like that is because the way the cards came out, I'll show you. It's like this. So it's almost like this page here is like holding a screen that's projecting a light or like a projector out to see these other people. That's for a very small group of you. For the rest of you, it's you actually needing to manifest or to put your intention out there to find a real companion. Somebody who you are going to find support from and happiness and possible serious commitment. Who is a new love. It could also be a new project. Like if you're somebody that does volunteer work, things like that, because that is something that is like a passion or a love of yours, you know, so it could be like you're wanting to manifest that new project into existence. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship reading for this pile. Okay, so what about this new? Can I get clarifier on the new? Okay, clarifier on the Queen. Okay, so it looks like if you are the masculine in the situation, then it looks like you are putting down the burden of this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You're going to find it's going to make you happier, and you'll be able to create more of a fulfilling life for yourself. For maybe one or two of you that watch this video, you're actually the masculine and you feel like you should release this Queen of Pentacles so that she can find happiness and finally create what she wants to in the world. For the feminine in the situation, it's time for you to set down your burdens that you may feel like you're carrying because of this Emperor in reverse, and allow yourself to be happy with the world that you can actually create. Don't let scattered energy or scattered thoughts or misleading behavior or wishy-washy behavior from your partner or from your ex-partner or whatever from yourself, don't let that be what distracts you from your success, because you should be happy and there's no reason that you're still sitting in reverse. It does look like the King of Pentacles is actually also in reverse. The reason that the King of Pentacles in this situation is in reverse, so the masculine in the relationship, the reason for that is because he had some type of heartbreak that happened a while ago, and instead of allowing it to heal, instead of looking for the team support, instead of allowing harmony in his workplace, if this is a work reading, as like I said, it might not be a relationship, instead of those things happening, instead he's holding on to the past memories and he's not doing his inner spiritual work. So his shadow work needs to happen. And he also needs to release whatever that heartbreak or lack of harmony or workplace issue from the past may have been, so that he can actually finally heal. Because right now he's just behaving miserably and it's causing unhappiness for both that are involved. This divine feminine may be somebody that you work with, not your partner. It could also be a masculine that you feel is inferior to you if you are the masculine already in this reading. The Empress in reverse also came out. So I feel like the Empress in this situation could very much so be maybe equally damaging in the opposite direction. I feel like you guys have gone through multiple tower moments. There's been multiple situations where you broke up, got back together, or maybe you stayed together but you just kept breaking up. If this is a situation that there is a third party involved, then this King of Pentacles that came out reversed realized that it was causing his Queen of Pentacles to be in reverse, and he decided to kick the Empress that he was entertaining away, because she was somebody that was meant to be a limited resource and she was messing with his home life. But I don't feel like he did it willingly. I feel like it's because he got caught, or because he was fearful of being caught. Yeah, he felt let down by the breakup, or by this rift that happened between you guys. I feel like this King of Pentacles actually could be somebody that's experiencing some health issues that he is not aware of, or he has not made his significant other aware of. Let me see what body part that these health issues may be involving. Just heads up, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physical therapist. I am an energy healer, so I'm going to tell you whatever energy may be the most blocked on this individual, but don't take anything as medical advice or, just take it as something to consider, and then if anything, see your doctor about it, okay? King of Pentacles, health issues. Okay, this King of Pentacles could be having an issue with his chest or his lungs, shoulder, eye, or eyes. Hands, intestines, and possibly his liver. What about the Queen, just since I'm already here? I'm just going to check on the feminine's health also, okay? So she could be having issues with her shoulder, her mouth, intestines, and possible lungs or chest area. Anything else? Okay. All right, so I feel like these health issues are actually almost being caused by this situation in particular. I'm going to pull an oracle card for your guys' pile for the final word of advice for the situation. I do think so far it's been pretty clear that you could be in a different relationship that would be better for you, or a different environment, or a different job, if this is more of a career reading for you. Because, yeah. All right, so let me pull one oracle card for you guys. What is the final advice for their main question? Get your question ready in your head, if you can, while I'm shuffling. So what is the final advice for their main question, the main concern, the main issue here between these two individuals? A positive start regarding your creativity awaits you. Despite this, your evil self-destructive tendencies incite you from the right path. If you let yourself be carried away to problematic situations, you may miss the whole point. Keep the little devil inside you muted, and you will have success. So tell that little devil inside to be quiet. Shh. Because it's messing with your happiness, it's messing with your well-being, and it's messing with your future of your creativity and your life being fulfilling. If you're in a situation that you've been in for too long, don't be resistant to the change and allow yourself to transition out of it. The last thing that anybody needs is to try to seek vengeance or to get back with somebody, that had hurt you so that you can hurt them. Okay, so if you are stealing from somebody, if you're stealing from a workplace, if you're planning on stealing from a workplace, if you're selling your partner short because you're not communicating and you're like robbing them of their truth or their their well-being because you don't want to deal with the situation up front. If you are being robbed of your truth or your well-being because your partner doesn't want to deal with the situation up front. If you feel like there's an employee that you cannot trust, then trust your intuition and your instincts in all of those situations, and allow yourself to appreciate who you are and what you can offer to the world. So you don't need to do any of these lower energy things, and you don't need to deal with somebody who's going to further damage you or possibly betray you with stealing from you or something, or stealing your heart again and then just to break it. Okay, there's better out there than the situation that you are currently allowing yourself to be forced into. Okay, so sometimes things happen so that they can be learned from and left. Okay, it doesn't mean that it was any less of a important situation or any less of an impact on your life. It's more of an impact because you grew from it. So allow yourself to grow out of it as well. Both energies, the masculine and the feminine, need to allow themselves to really stand in their power and stop with the lower energy stuff. Stop feeling like a victim and stop feeling like you're trapped in a situation that you're actually fully able to liberate yourself from and free yourself from. There's no time like the present for any of this. And I feel like you are self-deceiving and self-destructing yourself because you feel that you're not capable of succeeding in whatever it is that you need to reach out for, but it's time to do it. Just do it. Just do it. If it's a new project you're looking forward to, if it's a new love, if it's a new aspect of your current situation, of your current relationship, like a fresh start, go for it. Go for it. If it's really something that is worth losing the current over, but make that choice. Don't just make the choice of, well, it's easier. Work for it, even if it's hard. Because there's two very strong individuals here. And for whatever reason, they are both toppled off their thrones. And they have both fallen in reverse equally. And that is so unnecessary. Because imagine the power and the progress and the success and everything that you guys could create if you would just straighten yourselves out and only deal with yourself and stop worrying if the other person is doing their healing and if they're doing enough, but worry about if you are. Think of what you would want to be like what you imagine yourself being as a perfect partner for somebody that you are madly in love with, for your perfect partner, the person that treats you amazingly well and is the love of your life. However you would want to expect yourself to treat that person, do it now. In everything that you do in life, treat everybody that way and treat every opportunity as that perfect opportunity, and you'll see things are a lot more positive and you're able to do so much more than what you're allowing yourself to do now, because right now your ego is just restraining you from being who you should be. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If you would like any clarity or a specific topic to do a reading on or a personal reading, then like I said in the beginning, go ahead, find my info in the description box below, and I will hopefully see you at my next video or at a future video. All my videos are timeless, so check out any of them on my page. I've got pick-a cards and I've also got collective general readings. So go ahead and click on any of them and it should be your reading for that moment in time. Please like, subscribe, comment below how it resonated, and share if possible so I can maybe make a little bit more progress on this whole YouTube algorithm thing. Okay? Love and light! Bye. All right, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. The first 2 were pretty long. I do have a feeling that your reading is actually going to be pretty short, to be honest, because I feel like most of your reading is something that you almost need to do in your life to find the answer yourself, I feel. I'm getting a very strong message that your angels want you to start using your intuition and your inner knowing and acting out things in your life with that instead of with needing somebody else to tell you what's going on or tell you how to do things. But let's get some clarity on that. You know, at first I actually do want to pull out some characteristics of you. You are decisive. Actually, you know what? Hold on. The feminine. If you are a female, you are decisive. If you are a male, you could be dealing with a female who is decisive, who also likes attention. Okay. Spirit wants you to be disciplined in your situation and to utilize the discipline that you actually naturally are gifted with. Spirit also wants you to be as well connected with your child as possible, and also your inner child, if you don't actually have a child. Be aware that you could be somebody that is a little bit oversensitive right now. Yeah. If you are a female, you are talkative. If you are a male, a female that you are dealing with is very talkative. And yeah, a chatterbox. This could also be that you should be talking more to your female. Okay, so be cautious about being bossy. You're going to really want to exercise your punctuality. And your organization. Make sure your organization is up to par. I feel like you could be slacking on that, even though you're somebody that really thrives best when things are organized. But I feel like you could also be a natural chaotic energy. So that's like a really contradictory combination there, and I can fully relate to it. So I feel your pain, but it's really time to try to get organized as much as possible. I feel like you are really needing friends or a support group that could be like cheerleaders for you. So don't feel fearful of asking somebody to support you a little bit more or to express their appreciation a little bit more. Also, be a real cheerleader for your inner self. And if you don't have anybody that can be your cheerleader, then I will be your cheerleader, okay? You are doing great, but you can always do better, so let's do it. Just get that stuff done that's been being put off, okay? Get organized, get punctual, because you are a boss energy on the inside, even if you're not showing it on the outside yet. So show it. Let the world see that boss in you. Remain as diplomatic as possible in every aspect of your life. Do not be biased about anything or easily persuaded, allow everything to be as naturally in order as possible, and make valid judgment calls. And last but not least, it's really going to benefit you if you allow yourself to step into a more romantic atmosphere or behavior. If you're somebody that fears romance and you hate it when people are romantic with you, maybe let it happen. Allow that fear, that uncomfortable feeling, because that's the only reason that you feel that way. Like, if you're that person that goes out to dinner on a nice date, and instead of feeling like pampered, and instead of feeling like you are the, getting blessed with a wonderful dinner and a wonderful date, if you're the person that sits there super uncomfortable that they're paying for you, then try to release that bossiness of your own inner self and allow it to be pampered and taken care of. And if you're the person who needs to do more pampering and taking care of and romantic activities with your partner, then do it. Because why not? Worst comes to worst, you get a good day. And you tried. Best comes to worst, your partner gets a good day. And they know you tried. And maybe they will try more in response. Okay? Don't wait for the other person to be the one that starts everything. Because while you're sitting there waiting for the other person to do something romantic for you, you realize you're depriving them of their romance at the same time. So it's not really about who goes first. It's just about going. Okay. I'm going to, for this pile, I really am feeling like you guys need more of a I'm going to start it out with an oracle message. So get whatever main concern you're really wanting to find an answer to by watching this video, and I will pull you an oracle message for that. For this group, actually, I'm going to be pulling 2 different oracle messages, one for one group and one for one group. So it's going to be like a pick a card inside of a pick a card. Okay. So for the first group, we've got that one. For the second group, we've got this one. Okay. So, group 1. That's group 1. Okay. And let's see if I can do this. Group 2. So go ahead and pick your mini card. Okay, so if you are, and pause the video if you need more time, okay? I'm going to bring them up close a little bit. This one. Alright, so pause the video if you need more time. If not, then let's get into it. So for you in group 1, I do feel like this could be the masculine in the situation, or your question was in regards to the masculine, not yourself. Okay, but that doesn't have to be the case. So take whoever you feel it ties to. Okay. You have difficulty breaking away and getting out of a situation. You are doubtful and try evasive solutions instead of backing off courageously. Do not do what you have asked about, and do not take the direction you contemplated on, because reality may blow up in your face, and you will not know how to get out of the mud. Okay? And now for group 2. You are dealing with something. Oh, sorry. And this one's card was number 13. I will tell you what the angel, or what the meaning of the number 13 is after I read this other card. And now on this card for you guys, group 2, the number is 1. You are dealing with something that is not good for you, hurts your reputation, and is stretching the rope too tight. Your fate was generous with you and showed leniency towards you, but to avoid a crushing fall, you must stop steering your way in this mode and compensate the people affected by your actions. Okay. So, let's see what those numbers mean, okay? 1 second. Let me pause the video real fast, and then I will be right back with the number meanings. Okay, welcome again. Well, okay, so my Google just opened and cut off my video, so sorry about that cut right there. Wasn't meaning to hang up again. But, alright, so the number 13, that's for the first card. Rebellion and lawlessness. It says, one second, sorry. Okay, so 13 brings the test, the suffering and the death. It symbolizes the death to the matter or to oneself and the birth to the spirit, the passage on a higher level of existence. It's a number that cleanses and purifies from your impure actions. Okay. Okay, so basically, it's a karmic message from your angels, basically, telling you that it is time to stop doing what you're doing that is wrong, or that you know is possibly building up bad karma, and really allow yourself to rebirth. Start fresh. Whoever I'm talking to could be a Scorpio. And now the number 1, okay, 1 second, please. 1 second. Okay, so the number 1 is the root of opportunity in our lives. It is a symbol of confidence, power, and action. It pushes us to look at our current circumstances and realize that we have the power to turn them into anything that we wish. Its energy is that of the master creator. So let me reread these messages now that we have the meanings of those numbers. So for group 1, you said, you have difficulty breaking away and getting out of a situation you are doubtful with, and try evasive solutions instead of backing off courageously. Do not do what you have asked about, and do not take the direction you contemplated on, because reality may blow up in your face, and you will not know how to get yourself out of the mud. And that was the one that had to do with rebellion and lawlessness. So if you are somebody that I'm talking to who is feeling the urge to do some crime, or to start backtracking in your progress in life, or to steal from somebody, or to actually, I think that whoever picked this pile probably really resonates with pile number 2 also. like pile number 2 of the big piles, like of in the whole video. So check out that pile if you are so inclined. It's time for you to get on a straighter path and to allow yourself to step into your power, so that you don't have to go through another karmic cycle. Okay, if you are the ones that picked the number 1, or the card that says you are dealing with something that is not good for you, that hurts your reputation and is stretching the rope too tight. Your fate was generous with you and showed leniency towards you, but to avoid a crushing fall, you must stop steering your way in this mode and compensate the people affected by your actions. And that is the one that is talking about the master creator, the person who's able to make whatever you want out of your life. So do it. Just do it. The worst that can happen is you end up in the same spot that you're in right now. The best that can happen is you improve and you get out of the spot that you're in right now. But either way, you're learning lessons from it, and it'll be a new experience that will help you in at least another area of your life later on. So it's worth it, no matter what, to make that attempt. Both of you, both piles, I mean, no matter which one you picked, I feel like it's time that you guys step into your spiritual power. It's time that you really integrate your shadow self and your real self, and stop lollygagging and stop basically like deflating your actual status or stature that you should be holding, and stop contemplating all the time and just start with the actions, stop contemplating, start creating, because you are somebody who's very capable of being, like I said, that boss energy, and instead you are allowing yourself to feel disorganized and held down and trapped and not romantic and not connected, and stop so that you can start. Okay, now for your guys's angel card from the very beginning. Look for a sign. So it's take a step back from your environment, reflect on everything that you've experienced, and figure out who you are now. Figure out who you want to be. And then look for a sign on how to get there. Because this pile, I feel like the only person that you really have to battle right now, or that you're really having conflict right now, is yourself. And you feel alone, possibly, or you just feel like giving up. And it's not necessary, because you've got angels around you. And you've got AmberEnergy to come and check in with, to see what maybe you are missing in your life. But most importantly, you've got yourself. And regardless of what progress you've made so far in life, you yourself are all that you need. Because all of those positive traits that I pulled out in the beginning are you. You just have to start using them again. Sometimes we fall out of practice. Sometimes we get weak in an area that we used to be really strong in, and that's natural. But we are all capable of becoming whoever we feel we want to be. And there's no excuse for anybody to say, well, that's just the way I am. Well, yeah, because you're choosing it. Because if it's not something that you're choosing, then, especially nowadays, there is a way for anything that you're trying to accomplish if you really work at it. So just do it. So like I said, stop contemplating, stop complaining, and just start creating and making something concrete for your life and for your future and for your partner if you are in a relationship. But like I said, I feel like this is kind of a solo reading for somebody who just needs to maybe have a cheerleader. If you would like a personal reading, if you would like to request any certain topics for further like videos down the line, if you just have a question, or if you're somebody that needs some maybe like activities that you could do for self-help empowerment or improvement, I am more than willing to help and to hear you out and to do what I can to make that happen. So like I said in the beginning of the video, my information is in the description box. Just put personal reading as the subject line when you send the email, or on my webpage if you find me there at amberenergyhealer.com. And also, if you could please, if you didn't already, like, subscribe, comment below if it resonated, and on any thing that, just anything that's on your mind. Maybe if you just need somebody to vent to, go for it in the comments if you want. And yeah, so I hope that you will subscribe and check out my other videos if you feel called towards them, or even if you just want to check them out. All right. So also for this pile, I do want to mention on my actual YouTube page, if you click on my name here under the video and you go to my page, I do have multiple playlists available that have a ton of trauma understanding, relationship repair, childhood trauma understanding, and how to deal with children or how to avoid children experiencing trauma, and also self-help type videos, and even a playlist of just videos that might make you smile, because that's the best medicine and cure. So be sure to check all of those resources out. They're all videos that I've watched personally and thought that could be helpful for anybody that wanted to also view them or check them out. All right, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Love and light. Bye.